Hey there my friends, Kevin Steinman here with Crypto Daily News, episode number 4 on none other than the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, folks. I just want to go over a couple things today. Not a whole ton going on, but the things that are happening are kind of exciting and kind of interesting. First and foremost, the CEO of Russia's largest bank, Sir Bankman Gref, actually believes that there is no space for alternative currency or different types of exchanges besides the current centralized institutions that exist. I think it's rather interesting, but to quote him himself, he said, "I don't think that the state is ready to yield its centralized role in emission of fiat currency to some other decentralized institutions." So it's understandable why a institution would say that if they are currently dealing fiat currency and the alternative is cryptocurrency, which naturally will take away the amount of business that's being generated for them to make all these different exchanges throughout their institutions and elsewhere. The other cool thing that's happening is EOS actually has spiked up with the demand for RAM, which is powering its dApps, which stands for decentralized applications. The real thing that people need to understand about EOS, and certainly it has been bearish last week, but it's coming back up. But the thing about EOS, and this is something really important to think about and how I love to describe it, is if you were able to go and buy shares in, let's say, the Apple App Store before Uber came out, before Facebook came out, before Airbnb came out, before Lyft came out, before all these applications that are now not only giving people hundreds of thousands of jobs across the country, but also providing a very beneficial and valuable service to many millions of other people too. So if you had the ability to go and buy stake in the actual app store, which all these apps generate revenue through, I think you probably would do that. And in essence, that is the same exact idea of how EOS functions. To quote someone who is much more familiar with the matter, essentially people who are working with EOS, they understand this, which I'm about to say. You know, as a true EOS token, for the next couple of years, RAM is certainly going to go up because the power needed to power these dApps, decentralized applications, is going to be pretty tremendous, especially as more developers and innovators continue to make new things that can work on EOS's platform. The other thing is, you know, if you look at EOS as the token or cryptocurrency per se, you really shouldn't think of it so much as like a token that you want to be actively exchanging on a regular basis, but rather as something that is more of a share that is a claim on the network itself. And when I say network, I want you to think about the App Store or Google Play Store, for instance, because that's the best way to really understand it. It's kind of complex otherwise, but if you think about each EOS token as a percentage or a share that you have owning part of that network, then obviously how much of Apple's App Store would you like to own to have revenue generated back to you, right? I mean, they have already paid out developers over $10 billion, so it's pretty crazy. And I think we're gonna see a lot of cool stuff happening with EOS soon. And I'm looking at the charts here as well. You know, basically, we can see that if we look at it compared to BTC, it has gone up a bit over the last few days. It's currently stalling about this 1350 level. And I think if it breaks through this level right here, then we can expect it to go up to here about the 1500 level. And if not, probably come back down for a bit, then go back up and test that level. But if you still have not bought any EOS for yourself, I would consider doing so, because in 3 months from now, you may be kicking yourself, or you may be really kicking yourself because the price is likely to skyrocket. So talk to you guys soon. Happy 4th of July. Hope you found this helpful.
Ridiculous, without even trying. How do they do it? This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100%